Hi there, I'm Wendy Dennis. I'm doing cooking demos for the Wakefield Farmers Market. I typically would do it at the market on the market day, but that's not happening this year during the time of the COVID-19. So here we go. I'm actually I'm still learning how to do videos well. I'm realizing that I'm going on way too long, so I'm going to try to make this a little bit more snappy. So I've already done some of the work here. I'm making it's like a meaty zucchini casserole bake, except with Kousa squash. Here, I'll show you. Kousa. They're lovely. Farmer Dave's going to have a ton of them this week, so get some. I'll be doing some other, first it has a zucchini crust. It has a way to use up zucchini. So I've already shredded this, let it sit for 15 minutes with salt, and look, you can already see how much liquid's come out. I hope you can see. And I'm going to squeeze, oh, look at all that. I'm going to squeeze a little bit more. And I'm going to put it, you could use a paper towel. I prefer to use one of my clean cooking things. Let's see, wait a minute. That's not good. I'll just go like this and then squeeze out more liquid. So I'm only doing half the amount of the recipe that I will be posting on the website because I'm just cooking for two. So what it says to shred this, and I've already put the Parm cheese and the regular cheese and an egg in here. I'm going to add this and mix it up after I wash my hands. Rinse my hands. What should I use to mix it? I guess just a wooden spoon typically work well. I'm going to mix this all up. So I'm not going to bother saying the measurements because I'm doing half of the amount. Typically it goes in a 9x13 pan. I'm using a smaller one, and I'm just going to put it in my toaster oven to cook because it's really hot out today. This is one of those hot, humid days. So I don't want to... Okay, so I'm just kind of stirring this up. And I'm going to press it into the pan after I missed it. Okay, I'll probably use my hands to put it in the pan. Like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is quickly mist up. Instead of buying Pam, I have one of those misto things. I got this years ago, and I've gotten lots of use out of it. So I really think that's tricky. Probably overdid it, but that's okay. I'm going to press this into the pan. I'm just going to finish mixing it with my hand a little bit. Press it in. And this is going to be a crust. So I'm going to bake this. And while I'm sauteing all the rest of the veggies to go in it. So it's going to be kind of thin. Yeah, this will work. Anyway, the goal is to use, the recipe is going to be using ground pork from our farmers at Lilac Hedge Farm and mushrooms from Fat Mushrooms that our new greens lady, who I can't remember her name yet. I'm not the manager anymore, so I don't have all the details, but I'll make sure it's on the website. But she sells mushrooms too, and I'm going to do tomato, and I'm going to use up some spinach too, because Farmer Dave has lots of spinach. So, here we go. That's what it looks like. Just patted it right in there. And now I'm going to throw it in the oven. But first I'm going to turn you off, because you don't need to watch that. And I'll be back to saute all the other stuff. Hold on. Hi, I'm back. I didn't think you need to watch me saute the pork. But this is all done. No more pink. And what I'm going to do is, oops, hopefully I won't drop that when the pork's in it. I'm going to just put this in here. The recipe says drain if necessary. I'm just putting it in. It doesn't seem like it's that wet. Oh. That was unorthodox, serve-safe method, but works for me in my home kitchen. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same pan. Yeah, a little liquid. I strain this before I put it back in. Definitely need more oil or fat or something here. I'm going to add some olive oil, saute the veggies. 2, something like that. I never ever measure olive oil. So basically, I'm going to saute some veggies here. The recipe originally calls for peppers and using like a jar of tomato sauce or something, but I wanted to use up a tomato that I had. Farmer Dave has plenty of slicing tomatoes now, and they work fine in this context. Okay, that's good enough. Throw in some onions. What am I doing? I always forget what I'm doing. But I'm going to do it. I always like to get the mushroom onions going first. Okay. Ooh, you can see a little browning from leftover pork stuff, which is always nice for the flavor. Now, if you can use ground beef, you can use sausage. You know, take the sausage out of the casing or whatever. Oh, to turn off the fan. Sorry. The loud fan. Effective but loud. Okay, I'm also going to do the zucchini and mushrooms. These are, again, mushrooms, organically grown, locally grown mushrooms from Fat Moon. And I just went, Neighborhood Acre, or Neighborhood Acre Farm, or Neighbor Acre. I have a terrible memory. Well, she's very nice. She's a new vendor at Wakefield Farmers Market, and she has microgreens, which is really cool. And also she resells the Fat Moon mushrooms, because mushroom vendors have a hard time getting to market sometimes. So, it's nice now. Wakefield Farmers Market has mushrooms now. How cool is that? Let's see. Oh, I forgot to say that in the zucchini crust there, the egg was from Lilac Hedge Farm also. So I'm trying to cook the thing so you go buy stuff from our farmers. And these are shiitake mushrooms. She has all kinds. She's like the oyster kind, the oyster, and the elephant ear. She's all kinds of mushrooms. It's very cool. Okay, this looks, I'm going to add a little oil. Except it's dry. Should probably turn the burner down too. Almost every cooking demo I do, all of a sudden, the oil's burning. I'm a really good cook, but sometimes I lose track of that. Okay, I'm going to let this cook a little bit to save time of the video. I won't make you watch me. I'll be right back. Hi again. Okay, these are cooked down nicely. And I tried some zucchini. It's tender. So now I'm going to add the spinach. Let that cook down. And the tomatoes to add some more moisture. So the original recipe calls for like green peppers and, let me see, it's up here somewhere. 26 ounces of tomato sauce. So for what I'm doing, I'm just half the amount, but I'm using spinach and tomatoes just because I want to use up spinach. Farmer Dave has lots of spinach. Farmer Dave has a growing amount of tomatoes now, of slicing size. That's to pre-order though. And so I'm going to cook this down, see how it looks, and then I'll add the pork back in. But again, I'm not going to make you watch me do it. I have to figure out another way than this back and forth. Maybe I'll figure out how to edit it. But we'll see. Hi, I'm back, and so is my dog. Okay, whoops. Oh, okay, so this is cooked down nicely. Still, I don't want them like totally mush. And now I'm going to add pork back in. I'm wondering, so the original recipe calls for tomato sauce. And I'm not doing that. So I'm wondering, what should I do? Guess I'm just going to heat this up a little bit together. Meld the flavors and whatnot. Now let's see. I use the magic removable tape to stick my recipes up on my cabinet. And I just altered this. That's just kind of new to me. Good job. So this would be 14 ounces of tomato sauce. I think I'm going to go for it the way it is. And because we're going to put cheese on it. That should work. Okay, I'm having second thoughts. Let me think about this off camera. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna do it as I have conceived of my variation. Anyway, this is cool. Here's the zucchini crust on the bottom. That hopefully won't totally stick, but that's why I misted the pan. So, yeah, it just says, oh, that's the husband coughing in the background. He has a headset on so you can't hear the TV. Yeah. I'm just going to throw this in. Where's my big spatula? Ah. Best spatula ever. I love this thing. Okay, so there's my nice brown crust. And that was, I cooked it at 400 for about 20 minutes. Like I said, I'm doing this all in my toaster oven. I didn't use the convection option because not everyone has convection, so I figured I'd just do it in regular. But for 20 minutes or so, I'm going to spread this out. Oh, look, this is a perfect amount. Well, this will be good. I took a tight taste of it in the pan, and it was very juicy, so I think it'll be fine. Okay, oh, I know. I need 2 pot holders. Okay, so this is, I'm not sure how well, I think you can kind of see. I'm going to sprinkle this cheese on. If you want to go vegetarian, you could use, you know, there's vegetarian options for cheese or cheese sauce. Like, ooh, you can make a really nice cheese sauce with cashews. Whoops. Help if I turn off the burner, huh? Yeah, I'll think about that. I might even try it too, because sometimes we, you know, try to do the meatless things. Seitan, or maybe some like already baked tofu or something. I'm trying to think of how we would do it. Seitan or seitan, or however you say it. That would work. What else would work? Just lots of mushrooms would work too. Oops. Okay, I'm going to throw this in the oven and bake it and let it sit and cool, and then we'll see how it is. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, 20 more minutes at 400. It's still kind of bubbling a little bit. It says to let it rest for 10 minutes. I'm going to let it rest for 10 minutes, and we'll come back and cut out a piece, see how it comes out. See if that crust actually comes out from the bottom. Hey, new recipe to me. You know me, I do my cooking demos. I just kind of try stuff out. And I really miss everybody. I miss Eva Rose helping me and all the other people that have come and, you know, because when I'm doing the demo, I usually, you know, I do the samples and go, what do you think? Do it need more salt? What do you think it needs? And it makes it even better. And then I can write up the recipe based on everybody's input. So this is just me doing it in my kitchen, which, well, it's not too bad today. Sometimes it's really messy, but you know what? Cook anyway. Okay, I'm going to turn off for a moment, and we'll wait for, no, it's been a long day. I'm going to turn off the video while this does its 10-minute rest, and then we'll be back just to take a taste and see how it came out. Okay, hold on. So here we are for the grand finale, but before I use whatever tools I need to use to get it out of here, one never knows, I just want to say the Kousa squash that I use, it's very similar to zucchini and summer squash, the yellow summer squash, but you know, just a little difference. Actually, I think it's a little bit denser, not quite as watery maybe. That's what I see, and smaller seeds. Anyway, those are from, and the Kousa squash, tomato, and spinach are from Farmer Dave's. The ground pork and the egg I used in the crust thing from Lilac Hedge Farm. And the mushrooms are locally grown organic shiitake mushrooms from Fat Moon Mushrooms, sold at our market by Microgreens Farmer Neighbor's Acre Farm. Yes, I had to write all that out. Finally, this is the first time I've done anything scripted on my Culinary Q thing. But anyway, so here it is, and let's get this out of the way. Let's see what this is all about, shall we? And we get a little plate to put a little piece on. Okay, how hot is this? Do I need a pot holder for, no? So I let this sit actually for more than 10 minutes. It was more like 15. So I'm just gonna, looks like a good little corner to try. I'm gonna skim around the edge too, just to see, it doesn't seem like it's very sticky. Okay, so what do I want to use? This thing or my pie thing? Maybe just a spoon. Let's try. This looks good. Okay, let's try. I'm just curious to see if the zucchini crust comes out. It's there. Well, yeah, it's a little. I think it will come out better with subsequent servings. But you know, it's kind of like pie. First cut's always the deepest. Oops, sorry. Never mind. Oh, yeah. I was going to say I have nothing to try it with. Okay, well, I'm going to try some. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try make sure I have some of that zucchini crust at the bottom. This is good. No need for tomato sauce. Just chop up a tomato or two. Okay, this is good. And, excuse me while I talk with my mouth full, but for those doing the keto thing, if you're, trying to lower the amount of carbs, this will work. It's just veggies and cheese and meat. And I could see if you wanted to add a layer of rice into this, if you want more, you want some carbs, that would work fine. But this is yummy. Doesn't look so pretty the first serving, but yeah, it's good. It's good. I highly recommend. Oh, the cheese. The Parm cheese was, I forget what kind, but it was some kind of Parm cheese. The cheddar cheese was Cabot, but that's only because I ran out of West River Creamery's Cambridge cheddar cheese. Otherwise, I would have used that. But, because, hey, support our local farmers. Although Cabot's good too, but, there's nothing like Jane's cheese. Anyway, okay, that's it. Excuse me. The recipe will be posted on the Wakefield Farmers Market kitchen site. I can never remember the URL, but you can link to it from the wakefieldfarmersmarket.org. And from there, you click and you'll get to this video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and see you next week.